Alright guys, I'm back. Our main event gamers are eager. And we'll have someone on the call for a little bit. Now obviously if I have someone on the call, that means that I will not be communicating with chat too much. So behave. Pi has instructions to rule this channel with an iron fist. So I'm gonna give Reynor a call. Reynor wants to talk about PvZ. Let's do it. Hello, hello. Hello, Reynor.
What's up?
Hello, Reynor.
Hello.
Hello. Ready for football?
Yeah, man. I love the cat.
How are we doing tonight, mate?
Doing fantastic, man.
So let me get this straight, by the way. You were 10 days in Zuidland, you go home for a day and a half, and you already want to call me. You miss me that much, mate?
Yeah, of course, of course. It's been a while, man. 2 days after 10 days. It's a long time.
How are we feeling, give or take 5 days after our weekend in Hangzhou?
Obviously, it could be better. Like the thought of being so close to winning is still there. Don't think it's gonna go away for a while. But overall, I'm still very happy about the run, and I'm pretty proud of myself. So
That sounds good.
can't complain too much.
How are we feeling about a Serral MaxPax best of 5 in the Friday night as part of the Big Brain Bouts?
I'm excited, man. Jona's been hyping up the system, so I want to see it in action. We didn't get to see it much against Hero.
What do you mean with the system?
So Jona has been telling us he's got a new system in ZVP, and he was hyping it up. He was saying like it works great. He was getting ahead every game against the AI when we were in Hangzhou. So I'm excited to see it against a real player.
A lot of people obviously were very surprised by the outcome of Yona his series against Hero. Do you have anything you would like to share with the public before we introduce the players? Why do you think that best of 5 went the way it did?
Well, I don't think Serral actually. I rewatched the games. I think he played pretty decent, a little bit below his level, I would say, and he messed up a bit. And against the openings Hero went for, first of all, they were very tricky, and then second of all, if you mess up a bit, it's just really, really hard to win. And I think Hero was playing great throughout the event, and even afterwards, I saw he won the OSC Cup, so he's on fire, man. What the hell is this guy doing?
Alright, here we go guys. Main events of the Big Brain Bouts number 104. 105 will not happen next Friday because of course we're going to be in Krefeld for the Home Story Cup. Serral will be there, Reynor will be there. This man will not be there, but I'm sure we'll always be talking about him when we see some great Protoss plays. It's the Prince of Denmark, it is MaxPax. And you said you didn't want to do the try-hard casting thing, so I'll introduce the other player as well. On the bottom right side, we're looking at the main base of the man who's on a losing streak. In his own words, the streak is 1 series, but that is one more than he's used to. The great Joona Sutala from Finland, Basilisk Serral.
Can't believe this guy, man. He loses 1 series, he has to make a tweet about it about stopping the losing streak. This guy.
Hey, it's unfamiliar territory for him, man.
Yeah. Never. That was the first time in years, right? We checked that he got 3-0 in ZVP.
Yeah, I think someone even said it's the first time ever, but obviously there was a time where he was not quite Serral yet, so I'm sure that it happened back then. But I think according to a legal leg, it was like the first time ever.
Sick. Some of us go through this weekly, so it's a new feeling for him.
For some of us, it almost happens to Cristiano in the best of 3.
That's what I said. Weekly, man.
That's what Lambo said. You got 3-0 by Cristiano.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna deny it. That was a 3-0. If I've ever seen one. What can you do?
How do you
My
like?
experience overcame the situation.
So obviously, Serral also mentioned that he expected Hero to play a little bit more Oracle and Blink Stalkers with upgrades from the Forge, but there were no Blink Stalkers. There were a lot of Zealots with +1, a lot of Archons. What are you expecting out of Max tonight? Do you think that Max is still a Stalker believer, or do you think after looking at that series of Hero that he's like, you know what, maybe Zealots and Archons, maybe the Cristiano way is the way of life?
Well, I think it's important to mix it in right now in ZVP for the Protoss, because it's very easy to make something look like another thing, so you just warp in stuff behind the natural. So yeah, I think it's important to mix it in, because you can blind counter a lot of stuff. But like what's really good against Stalkers sucks against Archon opening, for example. So yeah, just putting the Zerg behind even slightly, mixing in. But I know Max is still a Blink Stalker fan for sure.
Alright, so far it is a Depths and a Stargate, so everything is very standard on the side of Max. Since Max grabbed one of his very first probes to go to the other side of the map. Serral was forced to take this triangle base as is natural. Double adapter res, good defense so far by Yona. Might lose one drone, does end up losing one drone, but getting an adapt that quickly always feels good.
It's okay, we trained for this situation. When he's showing us the system against the AI, me and Sasha, we were watching behind him. And he was like, I even lost one drone. And we were confused how he lost a drone against the AI. It turns out he just killed one drone himself. Just to simulate this scenario where he loses one drone. Can you believe this guy?
No, that is actually not training methods that I'm very familiar with, but I love it.
He was like, I even lost one drone. And me and Sasha, we were looking at each other. How did he lose a drone? So Sasha just asked him, she was like, hey, did you just kill your drone? And he was like, yep.
Dual Links working on the Nexus, but the Oracle is here with energy. Second Oracle is about to come out. Obviously, after losing these adepts and not getting a whole lot done, MaxPax is going to have to be a little more defensive with these Oracles than he perhaps would like to be.
I imagine we're going to see a transfer now. Yeah, Serral is a big fan of this. He just transfers a lot of drones to the natural from the third base, or to from the natural to the third. No, what am I saying? Yeah. He just transfers. He's a big fan of that. I don't like it. I just rally from the spawning.
The roles are reversed. Serral does end up losing another drone, but he does get some real damage to this Oracle. It's no longer just shields. Twilight Council is done, and let's see where MaxPax wants to go. MaxPax is still staying true to his blink. The stuff that Serral was preparing for and didn't get to play against at all. Max has to be very cautious here. Overall, I'd say the first 5 minutes are pretty damn clean on the side of Serral. Like, yeah, he lost 2 drones, but it is about as good as you can hope for against a man like MaxPax.
Yeah, for sure. It's very good. He's happy with this. And the system is coming alive as well. You can see this very fast 4th base. That's the new system. 4:30, sharp, you get 4th base going, and you end up ahead, is the rumor on the street.
Alright, well, we do end up losing 3 additional workers. And that means that the total drone loss count has now gone up to 5. Well, that's something that he's going to be able to bounce back from rather quickly. Because of this system and the quick 4th base?
Yeah, the system is gonna come in online. If he's gonna do the same against the AI, he should stay on 4 gases, get a few more drones on the 4th, and take it from there. And also another particular thing about the system, you can see he has no Evo chamber. Jona's new system is very delayed upgrades.
Okay. A long time ago, when everybody used to play double Evo chamber, this is like a decade ago, Nerdcho started experimenting with only 1 Evo chamber. Then someone asked him about it, and Nerdcho said Protoss units one-shot everything anyway, so armor is useless.
Yeah, very based. I agree with this take.
Was Nerdcho ahead of the meta?
Yeah, he knew what was up. Then we had Armani, where for a while he was just going +1 fast carapace. Oh my god, the queens are stuck, man. Oh no, they're not stuck. Okay, never mind. But Armani was going +1 carapace into +2 carapace for a while, so maybe he had the opposite thought. They one-shot my stuff, so better build armor.
Couple of links coming in from the top. There is 1 stasis trap there for Max, but Serral did a great job in leading the charge with only 3 Zerglings. So just a couple of links are stuck. He's now thinking about chasing all these stalkers off free. We could blink on the high ground. That is a great blink by MaxPax. I'm absolutely feeling that one.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm also surprised, because he's adding 6 more gates before the 4th base. Now, this is a bit uncommon, I would say. Usually what Protoss players did for a very long time was 6 gates, some even 4, and then 4th base. But then maybe he wants to move out. And there it is, man. The system, double Evo, 1-1. Delayed, but 1-1 is coming.
11 more drones on the way as well. Serral now adding in a Baneling nest, so we can start making our way towards Hydrolink Bane. Went for that Roach Warren. It's the just-in-case Roach Warren, right? If MaxPax would have shown up with 12 Zealots +1, we want to make sure that we can start building a couple of Roaches, but has not used it, has not started Roach speed, and probably never will get it.
Yeah, it's the Serral Roach Warren. You can show him 5 carriers, he's still gonna build a Roach Warren for safety.
It's always good to have one.
It's better to have it than not have it.
Max dropping a couple of revelations, wondering what am I missing? Well, he's not really missing a whole lot. I believe he saw a couple of the Hydras already. He obviously saw a very high link number, and a lot of links can lead into Banelings. So Serral is incredibly high on the drones at this point. And 90 drones does not have an infestation pit yet. Are you surprised by the lack of infestation pit, or is that just the Serral way right now?
Well, I don't know if this is part of the system, but I'm pretty sure he wants to go for a Ling Bane Hydra all-in. Now this is really late, and I hope Max doesn't actually attack here, because this kind of move out loses you so many games as a Toss player.
Yeah, MaxPax is now in danger of getting
my
fully
God.
surrounded. There are units at the bottom, there are units at the top, and the High Templars are on the edge of creep. MaxPax does not need to be here. Serral's going to come in from every angle, and I don't know how MaxPax is ever going to get out. He's just going to try to trade out his way, apparently, dropping a couple of big storms. The storms are not bad. Can we save a couple of these High Templars? We cannot. The War Prism flies in, is going to get picked off immediately. The High Templars that morph into Archons will get picked off as well. But he should always be able to warp in a couple of High Templars. I'm really surprised, by the way, that MaxPax is now getting a Fleet Beacon and a second Stargate. Well, you would kind of think just more units against the Lair Textile that Serral is showing is the better choice for MaxPax.
Yeah, for sure. To be honest, I don't think MaxPax scouted the lair. Did he? That he was still on lair? I'm
No,
not
he
sure if
tried. He
actually
dropped a
saw
couple
it.
of revelations in the natural and at the center base, but he has not been in the main base of Serral for a long time.
Yeah, but like this kind of move out, to be honest, when I see it, I'm so happy, because I feel like this never works unless the Zerg just goes straight lurkers or something. But MaxPax should know, because like even I caught him out of position with this move out so many times, and it makes no sense, right? As you said, he's stacking up in the same time, like he's got a strong economy. It just makes no sense to go for something like this. And now I'm sure Yona will be able to punish him heavily, because his army just kind of sucks. It's just a bunch of storms. We know storms are good, but there's no Archons, nothing.
I've
So,
definitely
yeah.
seen Protoss players overcome a 40 army supply deficit with a bunch of storms before, but perhaps against Serral it's a little bit more difficult. MaxPax head carry is on the way for a split second, decided to cancel them and go for Tempest instead. The High Templars are very exposed, the Banelings will connect, and Serral is all over the fourth base of Max. Has not killed a crazy amount of workers yet. Banelings turn around. I would have preferred to see those Banelings go for the probes rather than for the Immortal. Couple of Zealots are counterattacking, but Serral has done an excellent job in leaving a few units behind. Successfully gets the fourth base, and MaxPax, sure, he's got still High Templars and Tempest, but he's a 3-base Protoss, and that's kind of depressing.
He's a 3-base toss, but he was banking quite a bit. Now, obviously, like this situation is not great at all for MaxPax. But when I see Tempest on my screen, I'm always on the side of the toss. You know, he's playing against Serral, so it's not that easy. But there is Tempest on the screen, Kevin. Those things they haunt me.
There are Tempests, but 2 Tempests against a 5, soon 6-base Zerg with Hive Tech close to finishing up, and a Spire. I really like the early Spire here, because if you're so far ahead economically, you can always crank out a couple of Corruptors and just YOLO those things on top of a low eco Protoss.
Or you can go for the underrated unit
the
from the
good one.
Spire. The most underrated unit in SC2. Come on, man. How can you not laugh at that?
Those are his words. I mean, I cannot laugh because I was recording a video and I wanted to get out of there, but you apparently want to make sure that that video would be a little while longer. Couple of big storms do land on the Banelings that were trailing, but Serral is casually making his way into the natural. These attacks, they can backfire though as a Zerg, because MaxPax is dropping a couple of okay storms, but a few Hydras and a couple of Zerglings in the natural are dealing even more economic damage. I don't know if the War Prism is doing its thing somewhere. Well, it's flying over creep in enemy territory. That is a very bold move.
But Serral just left so much behind. He knows one of the only ways to lose this game is if he gets caught by a big Rambai or something. And now this fourth base will get cancelled again. That's really not great for MaxPax. Cancelled? He cancelled it.
No, Max is in all sorts of trouble, and I'm sure he knows it. Because of Serral, his crit threat as well, he keeps on giving himself enough heads up to deal with these Zealot run-bys. Not a single run-by so far has truly been successful. Like, we lost 3 drones, or 5 drones in total, against the Oracle and Adept. And 10 minutes later, against all these Zealot run-by attempts, we've lost 2 extra drones. That kind of says it all.
Yeah, not going great for MaxPax, to say the least. Mothership is coming out though.
And
Big hype for the Mothership, no?
And are you then once more on the side of the Protoss?
Yeah, kind of, man. Not gonna lie. The Mothership is scary. And 5 Tempests on the screen. It's a lot of Tempest.
It is a lot of
I mean,
Tempest.
if this wasn't Serral and it was someone else,
No.
maybe I would actually be on. Come on, man.
No, you would not believe that. I know you want to
No, I
believe
would.
that, but I don't believe that you
I
actually
have lost
believe
games like this.
that.
I
No, you have
actually
not.
lost games.
You have not.
Yes, I have.
Not this specific game.
But not this specific game, but games like this, yeah, for sure, man.
I don't believe it.
I believe it. I played those games.
Against who? Who won a game like this against you? I need a replay.
MaxPax.
Okay.
We've lost a couple of games like this, maybe against Showtime, maybe Shameless.
Sure, mate. And the list goes on, right?
Put Skillos in there. Let's name a couple of the European tosses.
Alright, alright. Well, Serral is gonna try to trade out some units once more. This time we've got Lurkers with Seismic Spines. They have Adaptive Talents as well. The Corrupt account is obviously looking good. High Templars are just looking fragile. And you may have lost a couple of games like this, but I don't think Serral is gonna lose this one unless this somehow turns into a total disaster. But with all the Lurkers, the Banelings in the mix, we should be able to get a couple of probes, if not get the Nexus. Maybe land an Abduct. Ooh, nice feedback. Nice feedback.
Nice feedback. Nice feedback. He's losing a lot of units to lurker shots though.
If MaxPax is somehow able to save this Nexus, and it's starting to look like he is.
Oh, really?
You know,
So
I
all of a
believe that
sudden
you can
there's,
lose this game. Before, I did not believe it. Right now, there is a world where I can see it.
Changed between now and 30 seconds ago. Just
No, there's a
mother
very
shit
big
came out.
difference because it was a 3-based Protoss. I still obviously think the game is looking great for Yona, but that was really good defense by MaxPax.
Yeah, good stuff. He's close to maxing out now, actually.
Yeah. And the army just
Immortals
overall looks
coming
a
out.
bit better. I mean, it's not the greatest upgrades on the Tempest, right? It's only +1. A little bit sad that Yona was not able to get any value out of any of the Corruptors.
Yeah, it's just so hard, right? When you're in that kind of situation, you have lurkers and corruptors. You don't really want to go in, but you also can't really just stay there. So it's a bit of an awkward situation. Now he's got ultras, which I really like in this kind of scenario because MaxPax is low on eco, but he's making some immortals, and immortals, we all know they're very good against ultra specifically. So, but he does need a 5th very soon because he has 30 probes on his 4th base.
I also feel what makes the Immortals good is if you have a bunch of very well upgraded Archons to take care of all the Zerglings and also soak up some shots. But we don't have any Plasma Shields upgrade at all. I have the feeling that that's going to mean these Archons are going to melt and then the Immortals are going to be very exposed.
He does see the ultras now with the, which is very important because as a toss you don't really know what's on the map, and he was just probably still thinking about the lurkers. But now that he actually sees the ultras, he can keep making immortals until he reaches a very healthy count. Now, he should be careful to not fight before that though.
Do you believe that we're going to see the Shroud in action?
Well, he's researching it.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's doing that. For the memes. Nah,
So-
yeah, it's actually not that bad if you put it on ultras, but
Ooh, don't want to lose too many Corruptors. We are going to get a Stargate. Jay got a missile turret earlier today. That was pretty big.
I saw that. That really hurt my eyes. I wish I didn't do that.
What do you think of Jay's performance? Was solid?
Nah, he played well. A bit too passive for my taste, especially in Tourmaline. But to be fair, I did tell him to slow things down because he kept headbutting the Terrans, like me against Maru in game 4.
Right.
So there's a middle ground for sure, though.
MaxPax feels confident enough to move away from his original 4-base setup. Gets a base. So Serral is now going up to 5 bases. This is the base with the Rich Vespine Geyser as well. You know, the couple of Tempests have turned into 6 Tempests. +1 air weapons is going to turn into +2 air weapons. Unless the Lurkers somehow kill the Cybernetic Score, but I don't think that's going to happen. Definitely a lot more playable right now for Max than it was once upon a time. I still think that Serral has a pretty terrifying army. But it can definitely go wrong. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah. A couple more immortals and all of a sudden it gets insanely scary. Now it's very important for Max to actually secure this 5th base. Because he's running out.
He moved out of position, so he kind of opened the doors here for Serral to get on top of it. I would like to see these Ultras just go for it. There's no Lings in the mix. Man, look at Serral's upgrade screen, by the way. It's like covering. It's covering all of it. It's so many upgrades. Is there anything he doesn't have yet?
What's the hotkey for?
G.
For it?
Press G.
Oh, there it is. More than half the screen. What a guy. Just getting everything, just in case.
That is going to be a very
like
good looking graph.
Yeah, man, but are you not worried? He's maxed now on MaxPax.
Oh, I mean, I'm not worried about a good game. I'm not worried about more entertainment. It's Serral MaxPax. If it goes on for a long time, I'm never worried about it. But I can see what you're saying. That this is definitely now a very winnable game for MaxPax. If he lands a couple big storms, if he takes a good fight. Yeah, why not? And that's so many Archons, by the way. 12 Archons in the mix.
Yeah. But the upgrades, he's not researching any upgrades
Yeah,
still.
I don't get. Did he lose his fortress? No, he did not.
No,
still
he
has
has it. He has it. It's in the main. Yeah.
I think that's the biggest oversight, especially because he's been maxed out for a little while at this point. He's got minerals, he's got gas.
Yeah. Now he actually got it.
If MaxPax would have like +2 plasma shields at this point, this game, to quote our dear friend Mixu, could turn into hell for the Zerg.
It's already hell for the Zerg.
Nah, it's not quite hell for the Zerg, but I can see us getting there. The gates of hell have opened.
Tell me now, any other Zerg, they just insta lose, no?
I believe in you.
Okay, me, but I'm built different.
So you believe in yourself too, okay.
I always believe in myself.
Alright, good to
Talking
hear.
about the other Zergs, man.
I would still put some money on my boy Lambo to clutch this one. Ooh, couple of big neuroparasites. You gotta love this. This seems like a potential great engagement for Serral as he lands a fungal, lands a couple of neuros. Do we have an overseer in the mix? Yes, there is an overseer at the bottom side of our screen. And guys, again, these Archons do not have any plasma shields upgrade, so they just melt. And Serral takes a really good fight off the back of what started off with a fungal, turned into a bunch of neuroparasites. In the end, MaxPax does kill quite a few of these corruptors and some ultras, but obviously Jona's gonna be okay with that, knowing how rich he's been for a while.
Yeah, that was actually like pretty good because MaxPax's army was kind of split, and as you said, there's no upgrades. Like if the MaxPax has all the upgrades, then I think it's a completely different fight. But since he didn't, and he's not even researching it, that was actually pretty good for Serral. Now he's gonna make his favorite unit, some Brood Lords, so the game could slow down quite a bit, especially because MaxPax is also remaking the Tempests. If MaxPax gets another base, I actually pretty big fan, no?
So I shared the story earlier of Serral saying that the unit he currently believes is the most underrated in Starcraft 2 is the Broodlord. And I also shared the fact that you ruined the video and you started laughing out loud. Why was that call so funny to you?
Come on, man, the Broodlord is like legit one of the worst units in the game.
But why do you think Serral feels different then?
Because he's just he's a big fan of the Broodlord. It's just the way it works. He's a big camper that helps him camp. Gets him to late game where he loves it, you know? He just has a lot of fun in the late game.
He did call it a niche unit. He believed
a niche unit, yeah. If you're a camper, you're gonna love it, yeah, of course.
No spoilers, Jay. I did not share that one because I think that one will be very funny. There will be no further context on that comment. That one has not been shared.
Are we talking about the larva?
No. I'm not gonna spoil all of it. I wanted to spoil the Broodlord because it was relevant, but that one we shall not spoil.
Fair enough. Now, Serral is gonna push into this base, but MaxPax doesn't have a split army anymore, so he should be very careful against these ultras. They're gonna destroy a bit of everything. He for sure should send the Immortals to deal with this, and just have the Tempest deal with the Broodlords.
We have a recall on the side of Max. He's gonna bring a lot of Immortals and a couple of Tempest over. That also opens the door for the Broodlord, his most underrated unit to this thing. Still no shield upgrades on the side of MaxPax. I truly think is bizarre. Not something I've seen for a long time. Neuroparasite lands on one of the Immortals. The Tempests are going to show up though. They will come down in the Infestor. Bunch of drones are starting to fall against a couple of these Zealot run-bys.
Yeah, problem is MaxPax is kind of broke. Like if he loses this base, he has legit no mining other than the fort. I know he's getting another base, but this base is going to be very awkward to keep. And I don't know why he's not getting any upgrades. I think that's such a big mistake at this point of the game. You know, like +3 makes such a big difference against the ultras, even against the Broodlords, man. Just
you guys often talk about
forever.
The Serral factor, where you feel that some pro players suddenly forget about certain things when they are caught up in a long game with Yona and they're worried about so many things because they're playing against Yona. Do you think this is the Yona factor?
Not really, no, I don't think so. I think it's more that he was very far behind and he's been playing from behind, and he has probably the mentality of being broke the whole game, even though he has cash for it, for sure. I think the Serral factor is more people suiciding into him because they're afraid of the late game against him.
Well, we are going to go ahead and just go for it. A couple of Neurals will land on the Tempest. Fungals land as well. Serral has a lot of Ultras though, guys, that are not here. So we're basically taking this fight without all the Ultras. I'm want to say it doesn't seem to matter at first. A lot of Tempests have gone down. A few Tempests do survive, but it's mostly Immortals left over. So from here on out, Serral could just play Corrupted Link, and he would honestly have the time of his life. MaxPax does not have the bank to rebuild this army. 17 extra Corruptors on the way. We're going to end up with so many Corruptors that maybe we have no answer for the Immortals temporarily, but plenty of Broodlords have survived as well. And the most underrated unit in the game gets the job done.
Does it again, man.
Serral 1, Max 0. Max definitely did make that closer at one point than I ever thought it was going to be, because it looked awful for a little while. When he was on 3 bases, he lost the 4th base twice, or he had to cancel it. I did not think we were ever going to see like another 10 minutes, so that is kind of impressive on the side of Max.
Yeah.
I know it hurts you to give a Protoss player a compliment, but come on. The fact that he was able to live for that long, that was not bad.
Yeah, not bad, for sure. I did tell you the Tempest. They get you into some nasty games you're not supposed to be in.
Yeah, and how different that maybe could have looked, because I get it what you're saying. Obviously, Max was mega broke when he lost the 4th base, lost a bunch of probes, lost every single High Templar. But there was a moment where he really was not that broke anymore. He was maxed out, sitting on 2k minerals, 1200, 1400 gas. We absolutely could have fired up some shield upgrades. And for Archons, that just makes all the difference.
Yep, for sure. I think if he has shields, he wins the game. No cap.
I don't know about that. I have to close my window quickly because it's getting cold. So you can go ahead and talk to chat.
Hello, chat. How's it going, gang?
You went for the Saratobi?
I just said hello.
Okay. Second game will be played on 10k. How are you feeling, by the way? Because I know you said in the beginning, like, you don't want to necessarily stick around forever, but we definitely have another game in us, right?
Sure. I'll do this one and then see.
Alright. I hope it's a 48-minute turbo banger.
Oh my god. It might just be, Serral is a big fan of that.
Ahmed is asking you, for $500, how many hot dogs do you think you could eat in an hour?
For $500?
Yeah.
Fucking unlimited, man.
Unlimited? I mean, I kind of believe it after I saw how quickly you devoured that second burger on the plane.
Well, this guy, man, how many times you gonna bring it up? You offered it to me, dickhead. I was struggling, I was drowning, and you offered me a life-saving boat. I took it instant, man.
I just
Then
didn't
you gonna
expect
bring it up?
Yeah.
What a dick.
I can't believe you just went for it like that. I was just
thought you would
offering
go
it
for
out of generosity and trying to be
Man,
kind.
I thought you would go for it, and then you were like, hey,
Yeah,
you
of
want
course
it?
I
was
wanted
like,
to go
sure.
for it. I really
You
wanted.
should have said so, man. What the hell is this?
I just wanted to be nice. I thought like, little Reynor after a burger, he's gonna be stuffed. Like he doesn't need a second burger.
Come on, man. We had a long night.
True.
It was definitely needed.
Okay. Game 2 on 10,000 feet. In the top left side, a down 0-1 in this best of 5. The main event of Big Brain Bouts number 104. Representing Storm Gaming, our Prince of Denmark, MaxPax. Alright.
You want me to do it?
No. Sure, why not? Give me one, mate.
No, you do it.
No.
Come on, man.
If you say that this
Alright.
is potentially your last game, we need at least one Reynor intro.
What? Okay, I didn't say that. I said, yeah, maybe I did say that. Alright, in the bottom right, we have the guy that everyone is talking about. The other guy that everyone is talking about. On a loss streak at the moment. Serral.
And who is he representing, mate?
Basilisk Gaming. Just like me.
Not Basilisk Gaming. Oh my god. What is happening here? You...
GG on the Starcraft is Bask GG.
Yeah, where would the oh my god.
He's just representing Basilisk, alright, man. Yeah. We gotta be official.
Yes,
He's
of course.
representing Basilisk. Alright.
I mean,
GG,
people will go for Basilisk Gaming, Team Basilisk. Once the word gets out, like everybody gets confused. Gotta be consistent.
No one is gonna say that.
Well, you just did.
Basilisk.
You just did.
Come on, man, because I saw the Bask GG. It inspired me to add something in there.
Alright.
Basilisk Gang. That sounds good.
Well, we had a good run together, mate. It was a pleasure being teammates with you for like 2 years. I hope you find a new, very comfortable, warm home.
GG, guys. Out.
Max obviously will be looking for a little more with his first 2 adepts than he was able to get in the previous game, because it was a bit unusual. Obviously, great defense by Serral to get the wraparound on one of those 2 adepts immediately, but seeing MaxPax get so little done with his first 2 adepts, even against Serral, you know, if there's nothing to get done, normally at least he keeps them alive for a little while.
What? I wasn't listening to you.
Because you're worried, eh? You're fearing for your life right now.
Yeah, of course, man. I'm checking my door.
Going over the contract, it's like, how many times can I add a gaming or add a team that doesn't exist? You're safe. I'll let you go. You can pay attention again. You're safe, Reynor.
I'm kidding, man. I'm here now. I'm here.
Someone else said that you might be thinking about that second burger, and that I absolutely believe.
Come on, man. You know what? I'm never taking anything else you offer ever again. I'm gonna make sure like 3 times now. You sure you don't want it? You sure you don't want it?
And then I will keep saying no, but I will definitely bring it up again if you do ever.
What a dick, man. Never taking anything again. You're unbelievable. You brought this up like 10 times already. The McDonald's burger.
Because it left a scar.
Left a scar because you liked it, right?
Yeah, I've been hungry ever since.
No, you haven't. Those ribs made up for it.
That's right. The ribs were good. Alright, MaxPax is going to take the center base. He's taking a 3rd Nexus as early as you expect a man like MaxPax. The adepts are still alive this time around. We have not found any drone damage yet. He might let this one... Nope. He's going to keep these ones alive as well because he has the Oracle to protect these adepts now. It is good adept movement though on the side of Max. Obviously great defense by Serral, but I also really enjoy the adept movement here by MaxPax.
Yeah. It can get really annoying with the adepts just standing around here. The queen is gonna actually die. That's a shame. Or Oracle is gonna get out. The double adept is gonna die though. Second Oracle coming in. Might
Nice
get
save.
a couple of drones here. Yeah.
Very good
stuff.
save.
Good stuff.
The Evo chamber save. MaxPax does find a
It's gonna be
tiny
Blink
gap
again.
on the right side. Activates Pulsar Beam. Kills 2 drones. What did you say? Sorry?
I said it's gonna be Blink again.
And what are your
Not a fan
thoughts
of
on that?
I would like to see Max play some Christianer opening or something.
I'm also on Reynor's side, guys, with the burger. Don't worry. I just thought it was really funny. Because I never expected him to go
Wasn't
for
that
it.
funny, man? You know, like.
Now, you should
Come
have
on,
seen it from
wasn't
my
that
point
funny.
of view. The thing is, you are so deep buried into your burger that you don't understand why it was so funny to me.
I was locked in, man. I'm telling you, I needed it.
you didn't make eye contact once. I could have filmed you devour that thing and you wouldn't have noticed it.
Well, I didn't make eye contact because I felt like there was a bit of, you know, that maybe you did one.
I was like, maybe he's gonna be a couple bites and be like, I had enough, but no, okay.
No eye contact is best.
You know, a long
What
time
am I
ago.
supposed to do, man? Am I supposed to make eye contact while I'm eating a burger? That's kind of cringe, no?
All good, mate. Stalkers are gonna move out. Temple Archives has been warped in on the side of MaxPax. We are gonna make this move out a little bit before Blink is done, but obviously with Oracles providing support and protection to these Stalkers, Max is feeling okay about it. This is something that took Protoss players a little while to do. I feel like a long time ago you said you were one of the first ones to do it in the era that you were playing a lot of PvZ, where you made early move outs with Stalkers before Blink was done.
I'm actually the guy that invented this.
Okay, I mean, I believe it. You know, I've seen people seriously downplay your Protoss achievements over the last few days. You don't play Protoss anymore, but they also make it seem like you never won a game with your Protoss. I don't think
That's nuts. Like,
Yeah.
I was farming everyone, man. I was farming left and right, the Zerg players, a couple of Terran players as well. Ooh, the Lynx are gonna get us around here.
Yeah, MaxPax is in a bit of trouble. I don't know if we can recall. Everything is too split at this point to recall. This is a fantastic catch for Serral. MaxPax now even forced to blink into the main base, but the Stalkers are so incredibly low on HP. And Serral still has a few units left behind on the low ground. We are going to try to recall, but lose at least one more Stalker. That's fantastic defense on the side of Serral.
The system coming in hot. But yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing the Slender as well. It's kind of crazy. They must have forgot. They must have forgot, man. I was actually the OG guy that was switching races. But now obviously I'm not playing TOS anymore and I'm washed. Crazy.
Is there a reason why you stopped playing Protoss altogether? You just didn't enjoy it that much anymore, or was it because some patch changes? Did you start enjoying ZVZ more? Like, what was the main reason that you stopped playing PvZ?
Well, the main reason is that I couldn't find any practice. Ladder is just full of TOS, and I really don't want to play PvP. And I don't think people would have... like, a lot of people just don't like playing as off races, and I felt like a lot of the guys weren't down to play customs, and I found it too hard, so I just stuck to Zerg.
Okay, that's fair enough. In a world where people would have been down to play a lot of PvZs with you, you would have been okay with continuing your PvZ adventures?
Yeah, if there was less TOS players on the ladder and more Zergs. I don't know, it's just so hard to find ZVP on the ladder. That ladder is so important for practice as well. It's not only customs, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, couple more Zergs on the ladder, couple less TOSes. I would have kept going.
Obviously, Serral had a fantastic catch on the Stalkers. MaxPax definitely bleeding out a few more expensive units than he ideally ever wanted to. Still seems like this game is going to slow down for a little bit. MaxPax adding in the Fleet Beacon, the second Stargate. And we're just kind of taking it from here. Serral catching a few Zealots, making sure that the War Prism doesn't get into the main base. What would you say is key in the next 2 minutes in this ZVP? If you're playing it from Serral's point of view, he's got to be feeling quite good about these first 9 minutes. Is there a window for him to end this game, or would you say like slowing it down is a better choice and just chill?
Definitely not slowing it down. I would send it. At least try to look for some damage, maybe some dropper lords, split your army, make sure the TOS has to split their army before they get maxed out as well. And I don't think MaxPax wants to go for a 5th anytime soon, but it's important to deny that as well. I would just send it though. There's a spot here, yeah, where you can borrow the lurkers and you can actually attack the 3rd base.
Wow.
Like the probes here, so yeah, it's really annoying.
That's like as annoying as that Liberator spot on Winter Madness.
No man, it's not that annoying, come on. The one is a bag and one is not. Let's be honest here.
That was rage bait, mate.
This is completely yeah, I know you were. I have to answer the rage bait.
You jumped on that real quick though.
Slide. Yeah, I cannot let it slide, man.
Tempest count for MaxPax is very important here. At the moment we're only looking at 2 Tempests. Serral is absolutely sending it, eating a couple of big storms, and it's not discouraging him yet from making his way up this ramp. Felt like a lot of units went down there. We even have the accidental swarm host. Is there an opening over here on the right? Scannons and High Templar and a couple of Zealots. It seems like it is not the case. Kind of feels to me that sending it is no longer an option, and we're gonna have to slow it down a little.
Yeah, maybe not. And MaxPax also had some units in the main apparently for dropper lords, as I said. He was trying to counter that. Robo, second Robo, okay. Mothership coming out as well. Tempest count getting pretty scary again.
Yep. And MaxPax definitely in a much better position than he was in the previous game, because we are very comfortably a 4-base Protoss, and if MaxPax gets a few more Archons, Immortals, Tempests, and the Mothership out, I don't see any reason why Max cannot become a 5-base Protoss. So this is definitely going to require something different.
Oh, he's going to see the drops. That's very big. Because these drops could have been really annoying. Did he actually see them though?
I mean, he should have.
He's not moving anything in the main.
No, it was a lot of red, but he's definitely not reacting.
It was a lot of red.
2 Zealots is not gonna cut it. That day to be one of those 2 Zealots. Zealot number 3 is also not gonna do it. The Forge is here. Losing the Forge would suck, but Tempest and Archon and High Templars, that is obviously going to be good enough. MaxPax will end up losing some workers. Some workers are going to turn into 10 workers. Almost kills his own observer there, by the way. That would have sucked. And at the same time, Serral is wondering if he can force an opening in the center. Not quite happening. Continues to use this spot, though.
Yeah, he's just trying to look for what he can. Some damage on the probes is nice, but he needs to start getting worried about this army that MaxPax is building. Because this game, he didn't throw away all of his army for fun, so he has a massive army and a massive bank. And I would love to see him add the second Forge, but I'm not sure he's going to do that.
I'm definitely in agreement with you on that one, especially because it's still going to take a little while before +3 is done. MaxPax is maxed out, he's got money for it. And we can obviously go for the regular armor upgrades too, that is not necessarily a bad thing, but shields, shields, shields. I feel like MaxPax was even the OG Shield believer, and that's why it's so shocking that we haven't seen
That
this.
was me, actually.
You were the first guy to ever build a pylon as well, or what, mate?
No, I was the first guy definitely to go for Shields double forge.
Okay, I'll give you
I was
credits
first.
for that Stalker move out before Blink, because I remember you talking to me about it and pulling it off, and other Zergs complimenting you for that when you're playing Protoss. I'm not sure about the shield upgrade in PvZ.
Come on, man. I was the OG guy going double forge in this matchup. You can ask all the pros.
Okay. We'll see. We'll ask. We'll double check that. We have to run some numbers. Pongo is going to land on the majority of his army. MaxPax decides to recall whatever the hell he can recall out almost immediately. Single Zergling working very hard on the Nexus in the top right side. Adding in a couple carriers. Last game, MaxPax fired up carriers, but then he saw what was heading his way. He realized that would take way too long, so he cancelled them and he went Tempest instead. This time he's got all the time in the world to build carriers. Do you like the carrier here for Max?
Yeah, I like a couple of carriers mixed in with the Tempest for sure. You know, I was actually one of the first guys to do that. No, I like it, but the upgrades are quite a bit behind. Still on +0, so.
That was good rage bait, mate. I was ready to jump on it.
But MaxPax needs a 5th base, man. I don't know why he's not expanding towards the left. It just seems so much easier to defend, no?
Yeah, he's gonna do that.
Then you're covering.
I think he's
Okay,
gonna do that
gonna.
now. He's gonna mine out the mineral patches here, and he is gonna try to take this.
He's listening to my advice. Check the stream.
He was trying to take the top right side, but obviously had to worry about Serral attacking
it's
and
too bad.
harassing the center, and Serral being aggressive with these drop lords in the top left side.
Yeah. Not good. The forge is so AFK, man. We have 2k, 2k. There's legit no reason to not go for that. At least he's chrono boosting the +1, so he's gonna get +2 somewhat soon. Serral is moving out. That's a lot of ultras. 7 immortals on the field, though. That's a lot of immortals as well.
It very rarely happens that I watch 2 games of MaxPax in a row, and I feel there is a obvious error. In last game, there was sort of a reason for it, but I still think there was a moment that we could have absolutely gone for it. Not getting any shield upgrades here at all is just bizarre. It's not like Serral's gonna have 8 ghosts showing up soon and drop a couple of EMPs. Like, it's just so freaking good in this matchup. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's so OP. Even the armor, like both. Your units don't die. It makes such a big difference. Still no corruptors, by the way, on the field.
No, he does have a
Just wanted to put
+1 flyer already, and +2 is currently on the way for Serral. So Serral's definitely been on top of his Spire upgrades. Serral's current army, guys, is 10 Ultras, 4 Hydras, 3 Lurkers, 6 Infestors, and 6 Queens. Serral obviously needs to be a tiny bit cautious, because his army has a lot of potential. But if he would get feedback and stormed, there's also a world where he takes a very bad fight. We're gonna drop the Shroud once more, a couple of big fungals landing, and this Protoss army, without any plasma shields, without any armor upgrades, is definitely gonna take a bit more damage than it's supposed to. I mean, these Ultras are going pretty strong for a very long time.
Whoa. Yeah, I said my ultras don't do that, I swear. If I engage into 10 immortals like that, I just get melted. What the hell? Oh, recall on the right side.
MaxPax with the immediate recall. That's kind of a good play. Serral does not cancel the hatchery. Can end up losing a couple of drones, but Max needs to get the hell out of here now because there are 16 Corruptors about to spawn from various hatcheries.
He's adding more carriers, but once again, no +2, no shields, nothing. Like, yeah.
You think it's bait? Oh, +2. +2 air weapons does get fired up almost immediately. Well, not immediately after +1 finished up, because that's been the case, but at least immediately after we mentioned it. Yeah, the Forge is still just kind of done. It's like I gave +3 ground weapons and that is it.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense if you're asking me. I also don't believe he's just forgetting it. Maybe he has a reason. Nah, no shot. He's forgetting it. Let's be honest here, Kevin.
I don't know. I find it bizarre. Like, we could maybe ask him about it, but especially for the Archons, man. Archons are pure shields. Like, shields are going to benefit the rest of your army. You don't have to worry about EMPs here, so that is another reason. And Archons are 97% shields. They gain so much value. Should just get a couple of these shield upgrades.
Yeah, especially in these Ultras fights, right? They're so important. But I don't know.
Serral, his
I don't know,
upgrades
man.
once more go more than halfway across the screen. Last game, I guess the only upgrades we did not get was roach speed and tunneling claws for the roaches. Do we have a roach farm? Hey, he skipped the roach farm, by the way.
What the hell?
Oh, yeah. Do you even know this guy?
Jesus. Well, I don't know this guy. Who the hell is he?
Ultras are
not
going to
like-
go to town on this Nexus. MaxPax is not recalling yet. MaxPax also wants to make some magic happen. Maybe Max feels if Serral has so much army supply working on the Nexus in the top right side, Max is going to get on top of both of the Evo chambers here. So +3 ground carapace gets denied, +2 missile attacks gets denied. Serral, his Ultras are still doing their thing on the other side of the map. Do you think there's ever a moment where he should bring them home or just let them battle and
I
try to
think-
hold?
Yeah, I think for sure kill that base and then go home. MaxPax doesn't seem to want to go here, but Serral has like 6 Corruptors with his army, so I think there definitely was a window, and now MaxPax is recalling everything, which I don't really like. He's gonna lose a lot of ground here as well. He's gonna kill the Ultras, but
Yeah. Killed every
I don't
single
like it.
Ultra, but it was a little bit too late to save that Nexus. He did try to activate cloaking, but Serral still had a couple of overseers with the Ultra hit squad, so he could still see the Nexus, he could still see everything. Another tiny recall, this time on a few Archons and Stalkers, as MaxPax is adding in a few more carriers. By the way, one thing that's maybe a tiny bit scary for Serral is that he only has +1 carapace, but honestly Serral's army just overall looks very good. We're gonna land a couple of fungals. We're gonna land a couple of neuroparasites, and unless MaxPax drops some truly magnificent storms, I really don't see a way for MaxPax to win this fight. He was not ready to battle this. Yona and his favorite unit, the Broodlord, is raining down from above. And the Prince of Denmark is forced to retreat once more, but to what? He has lost most of his bases, he has lost most of his probes. It is starting to look like a 2-0 lead for the Finnish Phenom himself. Great fight once more by Serral.
what a beast, man.
He's looking good. I mean, that game
What
was
a
not
beast.
that long, so I think we can stick around, no?
Sure.
At least one more.
At least one more.
And that could be the end. So Serral obviously playing well. I don't want to say making it look easy. This game was a bit more competitive than the previous one, even though the previous one got a little bit scary towards the end. Do you contribute this 2-0 lead to Serral playing fantastic, or do you feel there are a couple of obvious errors that Max is making that he normally does not make?
I mean, you know me. I'm a big fan of Yona. I think he's playing very good, but we can't overlook the mistakes that MaxPax is making. I think he's not playing as sharp as he usually does. Like the missing the upgrades is obviously very big, and then a couple of weird things on the map, like losing those stalkers the second game, losing all of his army the first game. Like this kind of thing, you can't really let it happen over and over again. I guess someone like Yona, he'll capitalize on it.
And you also mentioned at one point you felt he should have expanded a bit earlier towards the left side of the map, and that would have made his life easier. Can you elaborate on that? Why do you think it would be a lot better to take the base below the main rather than the top right?
I mean, because then it's connected to the natural, so you can just go from there, and then you're denying the drops, because obviously you have vision on that side, and the top side is just so far away, it just makes no sense to expand there. It's overall a better base to take, in my opinion. Then you have also, you can just expand towards the bottom of the left base, while on the top there is no other base to take from that side. So I don't know. Me personally, I would not take that base as my fifth if I was a toss.
Alrighty, mate. Tourmaline, guys, is going to be game 3. This could be the final day, final game of a very long day of Starcraft. We started at 10 a.m. We played a couple game pieces. We casted a day 2 of the Run E tournament, where we saw Clem and Showtime advance into the playoffs. We took a tiny break in the afternoon, came back around 5:30. Had a pretty epic marathon of Jay and Luolis with a lot of great moments. We saw a fantastic Gerald today. Truly impressive result coming out of that man. And this is our main event, our final series of the day. Bottom left side, he's down 0-2. He needs your love and support. And above all, he needs a spinning forge, because I generally believe that's going to increase his chances of winning some of these fights. It is MaxPax.
You want me to do Yona?
Absolutely.
Alright. In the top right, we have the Finnish legend. Representing Basilisk, and not Basilisk Gaming, it is Serral.
Very proud of you, mate. Back on the roster.
Basilisk GG Gang Gang. That's the new one.
All right. You were chuckling when we loaded into the game. What were you?
I was chuckling because I counted 3 games and 0 GGs from Percival. It was pretty sick.
No, he GG'd in the first one.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah, he
1
absolutely.
GG out of 3 games. That's pretty good.
I mean, the man is a grinder. He is passionate. Yeah, I know you have a soft spot for Percival. You're a fan.
I like Percival, of course. I really appreciate when I see people just pouring their heart out into something. Percival definitely does. Like, he's the biggest grinder we got right now. No, I like it. I also like the no GG. I think it's very cool.
Yeah.
Doesn't care, you know. He knows 2,000 people are watching, and people watch on YouTube, on Basilisk YouTube channel, by the way, and he just doesn't care, you know. Good stuff.
Well, sure he cares. I think it's his heat of the moment emotions, because he did GG in the first game, and I think he came in with all the right intentions. So sometimes the Protoss frustrations just take the upper end.
Well, I've been there a couple of times. I also didn't want GG myself. I'm a man that always GGs, but
The
I have
occasional,
seen it.
the occasional GG though.
No, I do throw a single G here and there.
What is the meaning of the single G? Is it always an accident or?
Sometimes it's no, not always. Sometimes it's an accident. If I'm playing against Protoss, chances are it's not an accident.
And what makes a game worthy of a single G rather than the double G?
Like, let's say something like the first game between these two, right? Where MaxPax just throws everything, and then he camps on Tempest on 3 base, and then I get a moved. That's a G. Right
That's a single G game.
That's a G.
Right.
I think in game 5 against Hero, if I was in Hangzhou, that was definitely a G as well.
Game 5, you said?
Yeah, man. No, not game 5. Sorry, last game.
Game 7, yeah.
Yeah, where he just came on creep, I destroyed everything, and I still
Tourmaline.
put behind somehow. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe game 1 or Winter Madness, if you're playing that game from home, I can see that one being a single G as well.
No, that one was on me.
Yeah.
I just rushed it too much. If I don't rush it, I win the game. So I realize when it's on me, I'm not delusional about that. Well, mostly on me, I would say.
Okay.
I think out of all the games, I would say Tourmaline was G-worthy.
Okay. But Reddit thought it was on you though.
And it's fucking stupid.
Okay, moving on. Moving on, mate.
They had a new banger thread today.
What was it?
That made me chuckle. It was about Clem. Wait, what was it? Oh, if Hero F2s, the casters... Oh, if Hero F2s and leaves an open wall and it's like a triggered phase, but when Clem does it and they put a screenshot of a war prism going into the main, like, how is that F2, man? That was so funny. I'll send it to you. I sent it to Clem as well.
A couple spicy takes in there.
Spicy,
It's mostly about Protoss these days. Like some die-hard Protoss enthusiasts and a couple of die-hard Protoss haters, and they have absolutely consumed the subreddit. It's like it's pro Protoss and
so
anti Protoss, and the rest doesn't really matter. Every now and then there is someone who's
Reddit
coming
has
in. It's like,
always been
hey, what about my commander? And they're like, piss off, mate. We're talking about Protoss over here.
Where do I buy Clem jerseys in Paris?
That was a banger thread. Hey guys, I'm traveling to Paris soon. Does anybody know where I can buy a Clem jersey? Top comment is like, bro, he plays for Team Liquid, not PSG. He ain't Mbappe. That's my kind of Reddit content. I have still.
Guys, I'm going to Florence. Where do I buy a Reynor jersey?
That was a good one.
Sick.
Shout out to that guy with the Mbappe comment, because that was good. I also just love the enthusiasm though. Somebody traveling to Paris is like, man, I love Clem. Like, I'm gonna go and walk on the Champs-Elysees and I'm gonna buy a Clem jersey. There is something that's very adorable about that. All right, mate, we're 5 minutes into Tourmaline. Enough molding. Two drones have gone down. Serral, by the way, as we call that in game 1, the man who always gets a Roach Warren. Back-to-back games, Reynor, where Serral does not get a Roach Warren.
He's getting a Bailey nest now, but I tell you, he wishes he got a Roach Warren, because MaxPax is actually doing what I said. He's going off the Stalkers and he's going into kind of like the Christianer opening, but not really, because this Archon dropped super late. He went fast charge. It's a bit different, but oh, GG.
Well, I mean, we got 7 drones up to this point. 7 drones
But
before
I don't
minute
mean
6.
GG like as in game over, but GG like as in that shouldn't happen, you know?
GG for that Oracle in particular.
GG for the Oracle, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a rough one. Outside of that, Max was actually doing quite okay so far. Finding some good damage with the Oracles, finding some okay damage with the Adepts as well, and just being proper annoying. Serral firing up a lot of Hydras of 64 drones. Serral's army is quite large already. MaxPax is going to have to be so cautious, because if MaxPax does something wrong with this War Prism, this could be the end of our series, and it could be a 3-0 in favor of Serral. Max needs to immediately realize that Serral is pumping out a lot of units of a relatively low economy.
That's not good. Warping units here. Serral is keeping upgrades, he's keeping drones, he just wants to send it. Serral is a big fan of sending it against this kind of opening. You can see it a lot in his games. And I think it will actually work. I think MaxPax has no idea that he's not running up. MaxPax is already going for a double robo.
No, I think Max immediately realized, and that's why he was not sticking around. He sent the Zealots back first, he killed a couple of the Lings. I think Max has an okay read on all of it at this point, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he's out of trouble. It's still going to be hard, but he was building cannons, he is adding a battery, and he immediately chrono boosted Storm. So I do think Max immediately put 2 and 2 together. I think he knows what's up.
Alright, alright. He's supply blocked though. That's not a good thing.
No, that's not a good thing.
Oh,
the War Prism!
No, save it. Alright, alright. All good in the hood. Those Zealots though. He has Storm now. Immortal as well. This is gonna be a tough hold.
It is going to be a tough hold, but the first storm is pretty freaking good. The second one is more of a zoning storm. Do we get a third storm? No, he actually morphed the High Templar with a bit of energy. But I still think it might be okay. Now we've got Archons, we have a couple of Zealots running into the natural. Nope, that ain't happening. So now it is relatively naked Hydras on Tourmaline. As MaxPax does need to be very cautious with these Archons. Some of them are a bit low on HP. But I believe that is doable for MaxPax. A War Prism and a Dream loses the Prism. No Archons inside of it, but 3 Archons turn into 0 Archons. But we do have another Zealot Warping.
Yeah, I think MaxPax held. I would like to see a couple more cannons now. I think Serral cannot go back to droning, so he's gonna send another wave. There's gonna be Storm for the next push. He also has energy recharge, which he already used, so he has a Storm right now. I think MaxPax is safe. He's sending the Zealots as well. He's getting +2. Lots of Immortals.
One thing that's scary though is that we lost every single Archon, and that means that the Zerglings are going to be a bit of an issue, right? It's going to be somewhat difficult to keep the Lings at bay, and Lings can obviously dive on High Templars. We're going to need some Storms, and we're going to need to make sure that they connect.
Yeah, and definitely Storms are going to be so important here. Iona is trying to bait out a couple. The run by on the right side on Serral's third base is massive. It's so good against this kind of push. And Serral has to go back. He's bringing the Queens as well. I think we're going to game 4, man.
It looks like this night is not over yet. The Queens are coming as well. Even the slow Overlords are making their way. So Serral's going to start dropping a bit of creep. We don't have Baneling speed, so these are going to be slow Banelings. I love that first run-by, mate. I totally agree. We have more run-bys right now. It's not that I hate it, but I would also love from here on out all-out focus on making this a successful defense, because that's kind of all that MaxPax needs.
Yeah, it is all he needs. He has to be a bit careful, because if he runs out of Storm...
So many Zealots. Like, he's going pretty hard. I mean, it might work out. It might be a brilliant move, but I'm a tiny bit worried, because we don't have too many units at home.
Yeah, it is going to work out. Serral is going back. He's in all sorts of trouble here. I don't think he actually can push towards the main army. It's going to GG.
Those Banelings get spotted as well. The Archons get a couple hits off, and MaxPax gets one on the board. Loses 2 games with the Stalker opening, but gets a W with the Zealots, with the charge. You said a bit of a Christianer, maybe a mix of the Christianer and the hero. Well done by Max.
They're catching up to the GOAT, man. They see what's up.
And the GOAT being hero or Christianer?
Christianer, of course.
Yeah. Ian Blue is asking you... don't you think getting Bane speed for that push is worth it?
No.
Why not?
Takes forever. Expensive. I would not get it. It's just he was trying to catch him off guard. Maybe if MaxPax expands, plays a little bit more greedy, just straight up wins. But as you said, he realized pretty quick.
I think that MaxPax
also,
immediately...
I think this pushes ass, by the way.
When he saw there were 0 drones on that 4th base, and he saw the amount of Hydras and the amount of Zerglings, combined with a couple of Queens there, I think Max immediately realized what's up because he didn't donate a single zealot there. He moved the zealots back quick because they can run and then put the archons inside of the war prism, and he immediately added like a cannon, eventually another cannon, a battery. I thought it was very good by Max.
This is why I said I know for a fact Yona wished he had a roach warrior in this game, because if you really want to go for an all-in against this kind of push, you always want to do like Roach Ravager Queen. Like this kind of Hydra push almost never works.
Fair enough. And game 4 is going to be played on the Ruby Rock. That is the map where Serral tried to go for a Roach Queen Ravager attack against Hero. The opinions and the takes on that game were divided. Our man Jay said it was a free win. Yona said it was a free win. I thought it was going to get close. It did turn out to be close, but in the end, Reynor, I was wrong. Even though we didn't win, but it was a free win. That's what Yona said.
Well, I also agree with you that it wasn't a free win, honestly. I don't think it was a free win.
So you're on my side.
Yeah.
So it's 2-2. It's you and... it's Jay and Serral against you and me?
Yeah, but I would say Jay's vote counts a little bit less.
So it's like, well, then my vote should count.
Well, Yona's vote counts more though, so we're kind of even.
Okay, I was about to say. I mean, I also think that if Jay's vote counts less, then my vote should count a little bit less, but I digress.
No, but the problem about that kind of game is that I've been traumatized so many times where just one prism... I mean, every Zerg has been through this, right? One prism just juggling mortals forever. There's Storm on the map already, and I just don't see how it's a free win. Yeah, maybe it looks good, but I would never call that a free win.
Game 4, guys. Ruby Rock, top left side. It is his second time past number 100 to play in the Big Brain Bouts. The first series was against Showtime. The second one is against Max. He's still up to 1, still playing a great night of Starcraft 2. It is the Finnish phenom himself, representing Basilisk. It is Serral.
Beast. He's getting a Roach Warrior for sure. You want me to do MaxPax?
Sure, mate.
Bottom right, we have the Protoss player. Representing Sidestorm, it is MaxPax.
Bam. Alright, before we dive into any of the build orders and the details, we are exactly 1 week away, Reynor, from Home Surrey Cup 28, a tournament that you have won twice, a tournament that Serral has won 5 times. Obviously, the announcement has gone out that you will be returning to Krefeld. How are you feeling, mate? Are we pumped?
I'm pumped, man. I'm so excited to go to Krefeld. Love that city. Jokes aside, I like Home Story Cup. I'm excited to play. I would like to win it again. I'm gonna try hard.
Alright, so locked in, Reynor?
Locked in Reynor for this Home Story Cup.
Do you feel like you peak more in the winter edition or the summer edition?
Personally, I like the winter edition more. But I don't know about peaking. I think I won one winter and one summer.
Yeah, because you won back-to-back, so you must have won a winter and a summer edition.
Back to back, baby.
Do you remember you didn't want to go to the second one, but then, or was it the first one? No, it was the second one, right? Where you didn't want to go, and then I convinced you to go, and then you won?
Yeah, I don't remember which one, but I definitely remember not wanting to go, and then you were like, "Oh, come on, do it." And I was like, "Okay," and then I won.
And then you were so happy. You were smiling ear to ear. You had a banger time. It was a good shout, no?
Yeah, it was a good, very good feeling. Always feels nice to win tournaments, and especially like Home Story Cup. There's a lot of fans, so it's a nice feeling.
Are you looking forward to meeting Polish Matt Damon?
Is that Pi?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Pi again.
I mean, you saw his stream now. You watched him play a tiny bit of Macabellum.
Unfortunately, I did. No, I saw a bit of Starcraft as well. That was the unfortunate part.
What did you enjoy more, Pi playing Macabellum or Pi playing Starcraft?
Oh, definitely Macabellum, because I didn't know what was going on.
He's quite good in Macabellum.
I believe it. But I can't say the same for Starcraft, though.
I don't think he would say the same either, so that's all good. Alright, it is a double adept. No, it's a single adept into a Stalker this time around on the side of Max. What do you make of that? Single adept into Stalker.
Switching things up. He's taking the forward third, but I would actually be surprised if he goes into Stalkers again. Like, they haven't been working at all, man. I'm curious to see what kind of follow-up it is. MaxPax also likes glaives on the short maps, but I think for glaives you have to go Twilight before second Oracle usually. I'm not exactly sure what the build is, but yeah, 4 gates already.
Well, he might
be
still do it.
Blink, man.
Yeah, could be. So what do you think, by the way, because I'm sure that some fans are listening to you, and there was obviously an era where every Zerg hated going up against a strong Oracle opening, followed up by the Blink Stalker play. Like, life was frustrating on the ladder for a lot of Zergies. It felt like you could never engage, because the Oracles were always there. What do you think has been the big change? Is it the way to dispatch, the way that the game flows? Like, what is the biggest difference between the strength of Blink now and the strength of the Blink Stalker opening a year ago?
Well, it's a couple of things. I think the main thing is probably the energy recharge nerf, where now they have less stasis, and in the last patch they had like 5 stasis with each push, maybe more. Now obviously it's less, and they have to be a bit more careful with the oracles. But I think the other part is Roach Ravager all-ins used to kind of crash a lot of these charge a lot openings, but Storm is actually better against that kind of push now. So I think that also helps them a lot more to get to that point without losing too much.
Oracle's kind of feasting here, by the way. 4 extra drones falling brings the total up to 5, and it is going to be that resonating glaive that you were alluding to a little while ago. Even if he did build that second Oracle before the Twilight Council. Serral has a Roach Warren. You said you are sure that Serral wishes he would get a Roach Warren this game. Serral does have a Roach Warren. I'm surprised, by the way, that he didn't jump on those 2 adepts there. It felt to me that they were free.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well. And Yona is smelling something here. He's queuing up some roaches, some links. This guy. All doesn't know.
Sees a couple of adepts, and sees all the adepts, but even with a few roaches on the way, he's on 65 drones. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is going to be an easy defense for Serral, because MaxPax obviously is incredibly good in finding openings with these adepts. We don't have a wall up. I don't know if a single building there is good enough. Do you think that's good enough? We lose a queen.
It is good enough, but I'm not convinced by this glaives opening. It hits extremely late with very few adepts. I think something went wrong here. With
he's got a few more coming in, and he has already at least killed 2 queens. I think we're gonna let this shade finish up, so that should lead into a few extra dead drones. What have we got in the natural? A lot of adepts in the natural.
Yeah, a lot of adepts in the natural. They're going towards the main. MaxPax is following up with Blink. I think big thing to notice right now as the adepts are killing more drones is that Serral, I'm pretty sure he just wants to send it now. And as I said, I think he used 11 drones, so I'm not actually sure.
I kind of thought the same thing, to be honest. When he had so many roaches out already, and obviously Max is getting a little bit reckless, I really thought that Serral would just go pedal to the metal, forward creep tumor, create a little bit of a creep highway, and go for it. And instead, he's building a lot of drones, and it actually means that this is going to be a difficult game. Like, he still has a lot of roaches, but since we're not reinforcing this with more roaches, we're not reinforcing this with queens and a drop alert, I don't think it's going to accomplish a whole lot. Great damage, and I gotta say, maybe you felt that the timing was a bit late. MaxPax's split target fire there on the drones was really good.
No, very good. Yeah, very good. Very good micro, but I think definitely something wrong, because you want to be hitting the Zerg base usually on average at 5:45, maybe even a little bit earlier. And on a map like Ruby Rock, I'm pretty sure you can get it earlier. And MaxPax hit around 6, but very good micro made up for the later timing. So very good damage.
So 2 queens and 24 drones in the end, and of course forcing Serral to make a lot of roaches, and now Serral's is kind of stuck with an awkward amount of roaches. It's more than enough that you kind of have to build a real game plan around them, because you've built 23 of them, but it's obviously not enough roaches to just send it and win the game. A little while ago we saw a game between Serral and Showtime, I believe, where he was kind of surprised by the resonating glaive as well. Serral lost a similar amount of drones, but then just went late game and still won. I guess that's going to be the plan this time too, but it's going to be hard against the MaxPax, who's already on the other side of the map with Blink Stalkers, with Storm. Now, the first Storm is not that sexy, but he does use it as a bit of a zoning storm. That stasis trap is good. We have another stasis trap as well. Fantastic stasis traps, while more drones are dying to, I believe, resonating glaive adepts over at the third. Man, the entire army is stuck.
Yeah, once again, I'm not a big fan of this kind of move out, because yeah, he did kill a bunch of stuff, but he also lost all of the storms that he had, and now his army is basically just Blink Stalkers and 1 Archon. So I wish he kind of saved up for it a little bit more, but
I think it was not bad though, because he found the additional drone damage. He's up 13 workers. He got another queen as well. It's going to make it even harder for Serral to spread some creep. It's going to make it even harder for Serral to have enough larva to work with. Like Serral right now only has one saving grace, and that is a couple of lurkers. If this was Christiana, we know what would be happening right now. He would see a couple and he decides to go for it. MaxPax is most likely going to be a bit more patient. We have a few more zealots storming into the triangle base. Serral realizes that just defending against all this pressure is not going to do it, so he's looking for some damage himself. But no damage to be found against defensive zealots, a cannon and a battery. Like, I love the way that Max is playing this, and I feel, Reynor, we're heading to game 5.
We might be. Just, he has to be a bit careful because his fleet beacon is a bit late. Serral is going to have a lot of lurkers, and the upgrade is going to be finishing, so he needs to make sure he doesn't get over eager here, because his army is kind of terrible, man. He has no Archons, he has no Immortals, nothing, but I do agree that I love it for MaxPax. He's getting some damage on the fort as well. But Yona is counter-attacking now.
I like the play because he obviously needs something. If we're just sitting at home, we have a drone in the mix. The accidental drone is now battling a cannon. The lurker count is actually quite high. We've got 9 lurkers. MaxPax is going to recall on top of the lurkers, but he's got zealots coming in from the left. And I think that means it's going to be okay. Max is also sitting on a little more money, ideally, than I feel like he should be sitting on. But I think he's going to be fine, man. And Serral might just wave the white flag soon. Because this army, I don't think is ever going to win this game. And with only 59 drones, I don't really see a macro game here. Not even for Serral.
That's possible, but we do still have to be a little bit careful here because there's a lot of lurkers. The zealots are on low on HP, and this army is just kind of terrible for MaxPax once again. It's stalkers and zealots and high templars. I would be a big fan of just leaving this base personally while he's getting the Tempest. Yeah. I don't think he actually needs to ship it here.
I think he is going to try to ship it. We've got zealots counterattacking once more. I think Max is totally fine, mate. I really do think Max has this in the back. With or without this Nexus, trying to save it is fine. Losing it, whatever, like he'd still be okay. But look at these zealots, they're gonna have a field day against Hydras on the other side of the map. And GG between commas. Okay.
Oh.
I have never seen that.
It's obviously a misclick, but big fan.
How do we... I'm shocked. I'm stunned. Lost for words.
I'm gonna ask him once the series is done if he wins.
Yeah. Well, game 5. Honestly, I thought this was a mega strong game by MaxPax. I understand that you were worried that a few of those move-outs were going to go wrong for him, because he did have a fragile army. But I feel that MaxPax played as close to a perfect game as you could really ask for. The stasis traps were good, the movement was fantastic, sniping the queens, the way that he split the adept shots in the main base, getting max value. I really think he played a phenomenal game.
It was good, yeah. Old Republic now. Could be a long game.
Could be a short game.
Could also be a short game.
Could be in the middle.
Could be anything.
Will the streak reach the terrifying number of 2? Or do we start a winning streak?
Okay, I hope not. Can you imagine the next tweet if he actually loses 2 in a row? Holy moly.
It's alright. Home Stirring Cup is coming up. It's gonna just lead into a very fired up Serral. Game 5, guys, a live Friday night gaming. Every week we try to have a main event with a Basilisk player these days. Next time it is Triggers time. After that it will be Reynor. Do you have any wishes? Who you would like to play in the next edition when it's your turn to be the star of the Friday night?
No Protoss player, no Clam. I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. So Hero and then Clam the week after.
No Clem because I've just played so much against Clem. I need a break before.
Yeah,
I mean, I could probably play Story Cap as well. So played him so much, I'm kind of sick with the kid for a little bit. Love hanging out with him, hate playing against him. No Protoss player because I hate playing against Protoss. Other than that, good man.
All right.
Anyone?
Well, Solar.
Sure.
Okay. Game 5.
Better than a ZVP.
Nikita wants to play, by the way. He wants to dance.
I don't want to play a ZVP, but sure.
Alright. Game 5, guys. The decider. The final game of a very long day of Starcraft. The day that started at 10 AM. Right now it is almost 10 PM. We did have a tiny break, but it's been good. We've had a lot of PvTs. We have had a very fun TVZ earlier between Luolis and Jay. And now we've had another classic between these two. In the top right side, representing Basilisk, it is a Serral.
And in the bottom left of Old Republic, we have MaxPax.
You know what it could be? Maybe Yona was listening to us and he heard that we appreciated the fire of Percival. And he's like, you know what? I'll give the kids something to talk about. And we hit the GG with a couple brackets.
You think so? I don't think so.
No.
No, I don't think so. I could imagine a couple of Finnish words after that game, but don't think he wants to start any fires.
Nah, not a real fire. Just a little bit of passion.
Not a real fire, not even a little fire. Yona is the kind of guy that shuts the fire down, you know?
Jay says that Yona did say that he wishes there was a little bit more spice in the scene. Did he say that in the player room in Hangzhou, Jay? Or that was in the player room, right? Or did he say that during the dinner? I feel like I overheard a conversation, but I don't think I was really part of that conversation. In the player room? Was that when we were watching Reynor play, or? There were some fire conversations in that player room in Hangzhou, mate.
Yeah.
Every game was called GG. Like 4 minutes, 45 seconds into the game, everything was over, unplayable. 9 out of 10 games went on for another 20 minutes. Surprising outcomes.
That's how it goes when you have a bunch of pro players in a room. And Jay.
MaxPax. Why are you giving Jay this phrase now?
Come on, man. He's not a pro player. It's another job.
No, normally we only flame pie. We're not supposed to be this mean to Jay. This is Jay's day.
Come on, man. You've been glazing him for the whole stream. He had a good run. We were very nice to him in Hangzhou.
He was very nice to us.
It's
what do you mean?
Flame. Yeah, of course.
It went two ways.
A couple of strays here and there. No, it never hurt anybody.
Without Jay, we would have been so stuck.
Day. Let me do it to Jay a little bit.
Let's do it next week. This is Jay's day.
Jay's day.
Let's have Jay have one day, and it is the 23rd of January. That's Jay's day.
23rd of January, Jay's day. Okay, I'll put it on my calendar.
We'll celebrate it next year together. Maybe in Hangzhou. Who knows?
Maybe in Hangzhou. Where Jay's from.
Clem had a couple bangers, guys, in Hangzhou, and there was a moment where we all just met, and Jay's like, "All right, I'm gonna order a taxi," and he was gonna take us to the Highly Low Hot Pot, and Clem is like, "Oh, you're gonna do it? That's so nice of you. Are you from here?" And Jay's like, "No, I'm from Vancouver, Canada, mate." And we were like, "Oh my God, Clem, why would you hit him with the 'Are you from here?'" Poor Jay.
A bit far, no?
Yeah.
Vancouver from Hangzhou.
I don't think anybody was further from home than Jay. And Clem is like, "Are you from here? Do you know the way around? Are you local?" No. All right, mate. Game 5, Serral MaxPax. It's been a series with a lot to talk about, and definitely a couple of odd games in there. Max not using those forges in the first 2 games when he decided to open up with those Blinkstalkers. Shying away from the Blinkstalkers in Game 3, Game 4. First Zealots, then Adepts. Found a lot more success. This time we're going for a bit of an in-between. It's a lot of Adepts, but they're basic Adepts. We've got 5 of them and triple Oracle. Serral, once more, no Roachborn, adding in the Bailing Nest now. Could get frustrating for Serral to deal with. Serral should obviously never die here or take an insane amount of damage, but this can definitely get annoying.
Yeah, the dealing, taking out the creep is definitely annoying. Just poking here a little bit is definitely annoying. Oh, almost lost that Oracle. But I think the most annoying part is that Serral went for a Bailing Nest yet again, and MaxPax is going for a Charge of the Archon, so I would not be surprised if this is a very long game. Or if... Yeah, no, I think this is gonna be a long game.
9 more drones on the way. I'm all for it. It's been a good day. It's been a fun series. We've had two longer games, but it felt in both of those games Serral was obviously in a very good spot. I think game 1 obviously from the get-go, game 2 maybe because Max kind of let him get there. Now it feels to me that MaxPax is definitely the one with the slightly better opening as he continues to find a little bit of damage. Should not lose that Oracle. Will not lose that Oracle. 2 mega low HP Oracles. One of them dropped to 2 HP. This one drops to 25 HP, but he saves both of them. And he even still has a lot of these very basic adepts alive. Like, look at this game for Max. This is really clean.
The problem is he was supply blocked for such a long time, and he was banking so much. Like, you can see he just queued up 6 pylons and 4 gates and all of the upgrades, and he's still banking. So that's definitely not that great, but other than that, yeah, it's very good. Yona is low on drones. He's for sure not loving this situation. No, look at the resources lost.
Yeah, and that's obviously something that Yona can see, right? Yona does snipe an Oracle there, so that is the first really big pickup. Yeah, for the longest time, Max lost absolutely nothing. And you made a very good call out there on that supply block, so Max maybe should be in a better position than he's actually in. The thing is, if you're Serral, you're not aware of that, so you're not feeling that. All you see is that you're losing queens, you're losing units, you're not able to spread creep. You see an Oracle survive with 2 HP. Definitely a bit of a tilter so far in the first 7 minutes for Serral.
For sure, for sure. MaxPax is banking so many minerals. I wonder what is going on here. He's gonna queue up 8 Zealots, very good. And Serral is gonna go for Hydra Bane. I would be very surprised. Okay, there it is, Infestation Pit. As I was saying, I would be very surprised if he just sends it and doesn't go into Hive. Because I don't think that's really viable. There's so many storms already. And Immortals are gonna be out. It's gonna get awkward for sure.
So he's gonna have to cancel this hatchery at 12 o'clock, and he will immediately do so. Max gonna try to pick up a couple Zealots, leaves a few of them behind. Also already has a few in the bottom right side. Double Robo, by the way. I kind of missed that, but Max with an early double Robo. Some Christiana vibes here.
Yeah. I'm very excited for this game. I want to see what Serral does.
Isn't this going to be like a mega difficult hold if MaxPax moves out with like 175, 180 supply, infinite Immortals, couple Archons, lots of Storms, +2 attack? Can Serral ever stop that?
He can. I'm more worried about the free transition he has into late game MaxPax, that is. That's usually the strength of this army. What usually happens is that they have lots of Immortals, Archons, and they're still kind of low on supply, so they just get Tempest on top of that, and they don't have the dead supply of the Stalkers, so it just gets really hard. I think on creep with Bailings in this season, I mean in this patch, he can definitely hold.
Alright. Well, Max has made a lot of cannons, which is not necessarily screaming that he wants to move out in the near future. He is gonna fly out with these Oracles. Maybe he was expecting Serral to be a bit more aggressive than Serral has been. Could drop a Revelation here, just to keep track of the movement of these Hydras. Serral has split up a lot of units. 6 Drop Lords were morphed in earlier on Serral's side of the map. We saw it. The Zealots of MaxPax sees it immediately. Massive catch for Max, who does already, by the way, have double cannon and a battery here. So this is not the most tempting base ever to drop, especially not when we're this Ling heavy.
Yeah, good stuff from MaxPax. I'm very surprised we haven't seen any additional Stargates or Fleet Beacons yet. As you said, MaxPax is just hitting the high supply, and then maybe he's looking for a move out. Man, I'm so sad we're not seeing Double Forge.
Yeah, I think that Max just wants to move out with the 2026 version of a Protoss Death Ball. Few less Colossus, but a silly amount of Immortals, Archons, lots of High Templars. He's gonna have so much Storm, man. I think this is gonna be really difficult for Yona to hold. Unless, like, we have magical Bane. Maybe we can use a couple of those Dropper Lords to put Bailings inside of it and drop Bailings on his army. I don't know. But this is gonna be hard, because we're gonna have a Storm 4 days.
It's gonna be hard, but I'm not sure. I actually don't mind it if MaxPax attacks into here, like for Serral, I mean.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be a lot of Banings, it's gonna be on creep, the upgrades aren't that great, it's just +2. Like, just really awkward to attack in here, in my opinion. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't go for second Stargate and Fleet Beacon. Also, his supply is so high, but this army...
Yeah, it doesn't look like a maxed out Protoss, I agree. But that's because we have a couple of Stalkers left behind in the natural. The Lurkers are already done. Like, Maxis has a lot of supply kind of everywhere. He had a few Stalkers trailing. They don't have Blink. Oh, those are big storms.
Man.
Yeah.
He could send it here. I know a guy that would definitely send it here.
Single revelation, you see a couple spikes and you go for it. This time it's Serral, by the way. He does not have all of his army supply here. Now gets caught in a stasis trap with 3 banelings and a couple of his Zerglings. There is your second Stargate. There is your fleet beacon. But I still don't think Max is done yet. Max wants to get value of this insanely buffed high HP Protoss army, hoping to catch the lurkers out of position. Do we have an observer? Yes, we do. Serral is in trouble, man. Running into this is hell for the Zerg.
It really is. Serral only has 3 lurkers on the left side and nothing on the right side. Serral is... Oh my, he's just going to GG. What the hell?
Oh, the streak is to MaxPax with the reverse sweep against Serral on the Friday night. The first 2 games it was all Yona, but it is Max who strikes back in game 3, 4 and 5. Switches it up, different builds, very clean control. And MaxPax with the reverse sweep. Damn. Yeah. I kind of felt, man, I saw this one coming because of the early double robo. Like, MaxPax, initially, yeah, the army didn't look that terrifying, but when he actually got all of his units together there, like, the moment he finds a tiny opening, like, is MaxPax's army good into running Serral's army? No. If Serral has a couple lurkers in position, it's going to be hard. But if Serral's ever, just the ever so slightly tiniest bit out of position, like, there's just no way to run on top of an army with that many Immortal Storms and Archons.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused as well. I'm not exactly sure what you're supposed to do against this kind of opening unless you plan to punish it beforehand, if you have a Roach Warren and stuff. Like, once you go into Hydra Bane, obviously you need to tech up, you can't really all in into it either, but then they're gonna have so many mortals. It's just so hard. I'm not exactly sure how to approach it.
I think the early game, obviously, Serral will look back at that and think that that is where a lot of it went wrong. Bleeding out a couple of queens, not being able to get the creep going. Max had a few slip-ups because he was so active, kind of forgot to build enough pylons and maybe transition as quickly as he could. That's not something that you're aware of if you're Serral, so maybe Serral is already in the mindset of this game is going to be close to impossible to win because the start was not good enough. Huh?
Yeah, I'm not sure. The system is taking hits. System is taking hits for sure. Maybe we need to look at the system once again.
I mean, we've got a week to update the system, mate. A little patch for the system. Home Story Cup is coming up. Serral is going to be there.
Oh, I believe.
He's got 6 days to do a little bit of coding. I believe a lot of people use Claude for that right now. So a bit of vibe coding with AI and maybe the system is back.
I'm excited to see the system back in action. But yeah, thank you for having me, Kev. It was fun. It was chill. I like the games.
Thank you for joining me, mate, for all of it. I know you originally said just 1 or 2 games, but you hang out for an entire best of 5. Now, at this point, I generally believe that even after 10 full days, you miss the old man. Otherwise, you wouldn't be casting an entire best of 5.
Of course, man, of course. You know, that's why I'm here. Just to yap with you a little bit, enjoy the vibes, enjoy the games.
And you feel a tiny bit guilty over that burger, aren't you?
Absolutely not. 0% guilty over that burger.
I feel like we have to go to McDonald's in Krefeld. We have to go for a very limited order. I'm going to get a burger back. Now, thank you for hanging out, mate. Any final words that you want to share with everyone that's listening? I know that you're going to see a lot of them in a week from now in Krefeld, but is there anything you'd like to share with the people before you go?
Yeah. Thank you guys for always showing up, and I'm gonna see a lot of you in Krefeld. I'm excited for Home Story Cup. Make sure to come and cheer for Basilisk, and yeah, keep on enjoying the BBBs. Do we have one next week as well?
No, right.
No, not next week. The week after Home Story Cup.
The week after Home Story Cup, we will have a Big Brain Bouts, but it is Trigger's turn.
I kind of forgot the next week is Home Story Cup already.
Yeah. We're 7 days, mate. In 7 days from now, like day 1 is getting to an end. Yeah, on Thursday we're already...
Alright, it's Trigger's turn next time, right?
Yeah,
so it's not me.
No. You're gonna be playing on, I guess, the 13th of February, mate, if that works for you, obviously, but I hope it does.
It does.
Yeah. Maybe
we'll
a little Nikita action then?
Sure, just give me whatever you want.
No,
ask me what I want to play against, and then I say no problem. He's like, what about Protoss?
Nikita, he was soliciting in the chat. He wanted it. He was like, I would like to play Reynor. You know, you guys have a lot of history.
He didn't say that.
He did say that, mate. Why would I lie to you? Nikita literally said, maybe instead of Trigger, I can play Reynor. He wanted to play you.
Sure.
Yeah,
give me Nikita then.
Why would I make that up? I'm not gonna lie about that. All right, mate. Thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you real soon.
Yeah, see you guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye. All right, guys. That was Reynor, the star of Hangzhou, the runner-up of the All-Star Invitational. It was obviously a lot of fun to listen to him and hear some of his insights in the ZVP or PvZ matchup, depending how you look at it. I think it was a really fun evening. It was a long evening. It is 10 p.m. So this is going to be officially the end of a very long day. Exclamation mark B to go over the results one more time. If you guys missed any of the games, obviously it will be posted over the Basilisk YouTube channel. If you guys do exclamation mark Basilisk in the chat, you'll see a link to the YouTube channel. I don't know when it's going to get posted, but it will get posted sometime soon. So you guys can definitely watch Serral versus MaxPax back there. I had a fun day. We're going to be back tomorrow morning around 10:30 a.m. for day 3 of the Ronnie Cup. Not Rongi, but the Ronnie Cup. Tomorrow we've got another fun group. It is an all-Korean group with Shin, Classic, Percival, and Creator. It starts at noon. I'll try to be here at like 10:30 or 11. Play a couple game piece and then cast the Koreans looking it out and see if we have a few more Protoss players making it into the playoffs. We already have Hero and, of course, our man Trigger making it through Group A. And today in Group B we had Showtime advance as well. And, of course, Liquid Clump doing his thing. But could be a few more Protosses tomorrow, guys. We get to see a little more of Percival. He really needs to go to bed, by the way, because that is... it's in like 14 hours. He's got time. Hello, Piggy. Yeah, games were good. The games were fun. Games were good. Bit odd. I feel like a few of the games had odd moments, but MaxPax played generally very, very well. Especially, I think, in Ruby Rock. I thought he was very impressive. And last game looked good too. Also, big thanks to Basilisk for the sponsoring. Of course, guys, I could not do this without my awesome team. So again, exclamation mark Basilisk. If you want to watch games back, the YouTube channel. If you want to show some love, exclamation mark Discord. Links to Basilisk Discord. You can follow us on various social media, Twitter, Instagram. I believe there is Blue Sky, maybe TikTok. I'm not on those, but I hope they're out there. But yeah, show some love, appreciation. Next Friday, no BBB, because we're going to be in Krefeld. The Friday after that, we'll be back with a Trigger, and I don't know about the other 5 gamers. We'll figure it out. I'm going to take a very tiny break, 2 minutes. After that, I'll be back to answer some final questions, but I really need to give myself a sec. And then we're going to wrap it up, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. But I'll be right back, 2 minutes.